Hey guys, so today we're unboxing a special little treat for you. We're in the process of starting a YouTube channel, and this is one of our new tools. We decided we're gonna buy a couple of them, but this is the bigger, badder version. We have bought the Mavic Air 2 Fly More combo pack. Now, the other one we bought was just the regular Mavic Air 2, and it seems like it's doing great. We got that a couple days ago. This one took a couple more days through Amazon to get. The other one was direct ordered from the DJI website. We're going to explain the differences and do a quick look around while promising what we're going to have to offer in the future videos. It's going to be real fun for us, and I hope you're willing to hang around and give us some recognition and some tips on what we should be doing with it in the future. So let's jump into the differences between the Mavic Air 2 Fly More combo and the standard kit, so that you guys know what you're getting into other than what's just on the website here. We are super excited to get out and fly around the southern Oregon coast. We know a lot of people really appreciate the scenery that we have, and would like to see more from a perspective that they don't get to see very often, because it is a limited thing and not very many people get into this sort of craft. One of our first projects is actually going to be taking our Part 107 test. Now, in this kit, we are looking at the first difference in this and the standard kit. It is the shoulder bag. The shoulder bag is pretty essential if you just want to run and gun. Just make sure you always have your drone with you. Leave this thing underneath the seat in your pickup. Just go for it. So the drone is nicely packed in this with all the accessories included in it, except for a few small things. This shows there's a manual, some extra propellers in this box. We'll get into that. Actually, you know what? We'll tear this out first, get it out of the way. So the propellers, there's 6 full pairs of propellers with this drone, rather than 3 full pairs with the standard kit. And we hope to never crash our drones, or have a rough landing at least. But if we do, oh, hey, look at that, more propellers. But if we do, it's nice to have backups. So, I realized I thought that each one of these was a pair, but it is not. Don't mind the noise. The cat is a little fun on the floor, and we can't get in the way of that. So, leave that to the side. Just line stuff up here. So, we got the drone, the controller, and then this is labeled accessories. We'll pull out the drone, and we'll get back to that in a minute. We got the power charging hub. Oh, where is this? Charging hub adapter. We have the 3 batteries, the charging cord, power brick adapter, and the 3 batteries. Actually, 2 of the batteries. One of the batteries appears to be in the drone already. So we'll leave those in the bag for now. We'll get everything unwrapped here. Controller. That's everything. with the kit is all right here, and we'll break it all down for you and get into it. So this is everything you get with the Fly More combo kit. We're gonna get all this stuff put away and break down the specs of the drone, the controller, the batteries, that kind of stuff for you. But that this way you actually see what you got for your money. I believe it's a better deal because everybody's gonna want an extra battery. He already ordered one. And some of the other accessories that are gonna end up costing you way more in the long run. And we really want to get out flying soon, so let's get this wrapped up. So got everything put away here. This is the essentials of what you need. We got the drone controller, some propellers, and we're gonna get this thing unfolded and put together. The coolest thing about this drone is that it folds all the way out into a nice small type package of really powerful hardware nowadays. So get these propellers. The propellers are quick connect propellers. You just put them in, push, and then you turn and they're in. That's it. That's all you have to do. They're done. You can even fold the drone up with the propeller still attached. It all folds back nicely. So snap all these bad boys in here. Silver to the silver and the blacks to the blacks. A little harder to do one hand while you're holding the drone, so do like this. And so with the propellers expanded, like it would be flying, you can kind of get a gist for how small this thing actually is when I'm holding it up here. So next to me, flat there, horizontally. It's really a nice small tight package. It does come with a gimbal cover already pre-installed. It protects what really is the heart of the drone, the camera. So let's get into the specs of the camera. The camera on this thing is, like I said, it's like the focal point and like the most important piece of hardware in this. So we got a 4K camera capable of shooting 60 frames a second. If you run it in HDR, you're only going to get 30 on every format. 4K, 2.7K, 1080p. You're going to get 30 frames a second on the HDR aspect of this, which is really impressive when you get out and you actually see it. The sensor on this is only a 1/2 inch sensor compared to the Mavic Pro, which is going to be a full 1 inch sensor. So you're going to lose a little bit of dynamic range, a couple of little things, depth on it. But what you're getting in this package for this price, I think it's a really good compromise. The photos are up to 48 megapixels. You're able to shoot in single, burst, panorama, sphere modes. You can store them in either JPEG or RAW format. The camera is f-stop down to f2.8. So you can get a nice wide aperture, get lots of light in there. That's one of the things that really was cool about this kit is it came with the ND filter to stop down the camera without losing your depth of field and different things you want to do to get the most out of this product. Let's get into the actual specs of this bad boy other than the camera. It has front and back obstacle avoidance and also downward. Other than the Mavic Pro and the Phantom, they also have side and top. Kind of leaves this one high and dry on those things, but it's kind of a sacrifice you have to make for the roughly 570 gram weight on this thing to, you know, increase the flight time. You're going to get a whole 34 minutes of flight time on this, which is the highest the DJI has offered so far, besides their like enterprise line matrices and things like that. It's got a 3500 milliamp hour battery in this tiny little package. When you take the battery out of this, it like weighs nothing. It's like a skeleton. This is like the weight. So they have centered it pretty much center mass in the drone here so that it flies nice and sturdy and even. We did a test flight on the other one on Monday, and now it is technically Friday. And it was just take it out of the box, basically push up, and it went. There was no craziness, no hardships about it. This thing can fly 10 kilometers away with the OcuSync 2.0 that the controller offers. That's really impressive. I'm stepping up from a DJI Phantom 3 Professional, which I loved the drone, but this thing has everything that had in a smaller, more convenient, lighter package, and way more, honestly, than that. You can fly it 18 kilometers of distance, but only 10 kilometers away from the controller. So your 34 minutes, 18 kilometers of travel time really opens up the book for doing professional shoots. Even though it only has the 1/2-inch sensor, you can fix a lot of things in post, but the steadiness of it when you're shooting things like hyperlapse really impressed me when we did a quick couple test shoots on from my house here at the top of the mountain. You get 8 gigabytes of onboard storage. It's not a whole lot, but there is a micro SD slot right on the drone here for up to 256 full gigabytes of storage, which should be a lot because it is, more compressed 4K than like the camera that we're shooting on now. This thing really is going to change the way that we do stuff. Don't really see how or why we're ever gonna fly this thing at 34 kilometers an hour, 20 miles per hour, but it sounds like fun now that we have 2 of them. So we're gonna have some fun with that. Maybe we'll do some drone races. Not necessarily like we're gonna be FPV battling drones, but maybe we'll just go to the beach and race to a spot and then race back, and try to get that on cameras. We'll just separate ourselves by 20 feet or something vertically, so we don't have any accidents. But we really look forward to doing this, having you guys along for the journey. We're gonna go ahead and try to get our Part 107s so that the book's open there. Possibly do some professional shoots for some realtors if anyone's interested, and really try to do this thing legitimately and have some fun with it. We're still working on branding and names and things like that. So what you're seeing now is, I guess, what we chose. We hope you subscribe, hang out, check out the rest of our content, other platforms. I'm sure we're going to make an Instagram, possibly a Twitter. I don't know if they are. The handles will be over there or there. Also, remember to click that
thumbs up.